Something you may want to buy, a discount deal preview here in Bridge Street. This is really, and we're going to have more about this later on in the segment in the show. This is a fantastic thing, especially with bullying being really a hot topic in today's society. Tearney's Karate, available at 10:30. That's 10:30 at 9WSYR.com. Receive 2 months of certified instruction on bully proofing, confidence building, and focus and fitness training. Includes 2 classes per week, belts, private consultation, and test fees for only $30. Folks, this is a $233 value. Available not now, but about 23 minutes, 9WSYR.com. And we'll chat with them and get a demonstration in just a little bit.
That's a really great deal.
Yeah, it is.
And it's
fantastic.
good value and important for kids. So.
All right, well, we have a great show coming up today, as always. We talked about Chef John over there, the aforementioned Chef John. He's cooking creme brulee, but also we have coming up
a new friend at the zoo, a baby sloth named Ruth. I can't wait to see her. Yep. And we also have Jordan Rubin, author of The Perfect Weight Program. So
yeah,
that should be interesting.
An interesting read, nonetheless. But first, we're learning how karate can help boost your child's confidence. Tearney's Karate will be here to show us some of the moves. Next on Bridge Streets.
This segment of Bridge Street is brought to you by Tearney's Karate.
Bullying is a huge problem across America right now, probably everywhere. And we have Tearney's Karate here with us today to talk a little bit about building confidence in teens and how we can really protect ourselves from bullies.
Well, one of the things that we've learned in the past couple of years is the bullying has increased substantially. And there's been some very bad situations where, especially with the teens, there's suicides and kids aren't going to school, they're not getting the education that they really need in order to progress in life. And a lot of it is centered around the fact that they're having a hard time dealing with the bullies. So we have been dealing with this for about 25 years. It's automatically inclusive in our program, but now we're starting to emphasize the simple steps that kids can learn in order to prevent, or at least somehow alleviate the problem of bullying so that they can function as they should be functioning.
Okay, so how do you start off with the students? Well,
the first thing we want to do is make sure that they understand it's important that they carry themselves with confidence, okay? That comes through the training. And the second thing, of course, is body language, kinesiology. If a student walks in like this, they're more likely to be bullied, as opposed if they're standing with their shoulders back. And
perception is reality, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Looking the person in the eye and speaking affirmatively. We also take it to the next level where it's very important that they understand how to deal with it. If they are bullied, the very first thing they should do is tell a parent or a teacher. Okay?
So this is not an aggression type discipline where you're trying to learn how to fight your way out of it.
No,
first choice.
Not at all. The last thing we want is for them to get into a physical confrontation, because that creates other problems. So that what we try to do is pre-frame them so they'll know how to deal with a situation as it occurs and neutralize it right on the spot.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you can get a demonstration of what you teach.
Yes, okay.
We have Chris and Liz. Liz, okay.
And our chief instructor is Judy Madafri Tearney. She's
Judy? All right, they're going to get set here. Now, as we're going through this and they go through their demonstration, can you explain, George, what are some of the changes you see in their confidence from the day they enter, especially a student who maybe has had some issues from maybe a month or 2 or 6 months down the line? Go ahead.
Well, what happens is when the students come into the training, they're taught the basic stances, kicking, striking, and blocking. But they're also taught what we call our student creed. Stay away from drugs, cigarettes, alcohol, obey their parents and teachers, and never to use their martial arts unless it's in a situation where they have to defend themselves. The pre-framing of them knowing how to deal with the situations is very important, because like I said, the last resort is the physical. We don't want them to get into that. And this is our safety stance that we teach our students, where all they do is just step back and very vocally say, "Stop, leave me alone." A lot of times that's enough to neutralize an aggression. It's very important.
Well, I'd like to talk with the kids and see, have you guys been bullied at all at school, or?
Yes, I've dealt with many types of bullying. I've been bullied on what I wear, who I hang out with, and even how I address things and how I take care of them. But karate has helped me through that very much.
So is that what made you want to go and take karate lessons?
I started karate before I was really bullied, but about in the middle of my karate training between then and now, karate has helped me through it. It's taught me good moral code, self-confidence, and a lot of other good
That was my next question, Chris. On that note, when, say 6 months ago, how long have you been involved with the program?
I have been with Tearney's Karate for about 3.5 to 4 years.
So maybe say 4 years ago, prior to entering the program, had you come across a situation where you were threatened or bullied? I mean, do you see a distinct difference now as far as how you're going to react? You're a lot more confident and everything?
Oh yes, yeah. I see a total difference between then and now.
Right when I first met you guys this morning, I mean, I could tell right away you had great posture. You looked me right in the eye, gave me a nice firm handshake. I could tell right away you had confidence. So do you think that this has helped you build confidence?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you start training in martial arts, you know when you're walking down the hallway, you have confidence in yourself that you're going to know what to do. And through the kinesiology and your body language, you walk with your shoulders up, and you just have a look on your face that
you mean
know,
business.
Yeah, it's not intimidation, but you know that I'm not going to let you bully me.
Good for you guys. Well, you look great. I love your moves.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I gotta apologize. I called you George, Greg, and when you're a 10th degree black belt, that deserves an apology.
Apology accepted.
Two 10th degree black belts, by the way.
10th degree black belts.
Yes.
And we do have a discount deal over here at Tearney's Karate. This is a great deal, as you mentioned. Not available quite yet. You got about 14 minutes. It's 2 months of certified instruction on bully proofing, as we just talked about, confidence building, focus and fitness training. It's 2 classes per week, belts, private consultation, and test fees for only $30. It's a $233 value. Again, available 1030-9WSYR.com.
And next, Chris is in the kitchen with John from 1060. He is making creme brulee.
Yeah, John. Better be
Save
good or we're going to send these tough guys after you. Next on Bridge Street.